The next guy who came in, he was a really nice dude. He had like a flag around him. He told me that it was a flag because I thought it was a towel. I don't know what flag it was. I hope it was the Canadian one. He was speaking and his voice was so nice. I was like, whoa, bro, your voice is so comforting. You should do like ASMR or something. And he's like, every time I compliment dudes, it's like they've never received a compliment or something, which I think like statistically is true. Like people say that like when men get complimented, they like really hold on to it because they barely get compliments. I love how when I say that, all the guys in the chat are like, yeah, we never get complimented. Yeah, it's true, man. I never get... Well, guys, let me compliment you right now. We love the men in our house. In the house? I don't know. In this chat. Love you guys, okay, men? I know I always say that I love women, and that's true. But I also love men too. You guys are awesome. You are the real men in this house. Like, I don't know why I keep saying house. My brain is not working. And I want you guys to know that a lot of the men who came into my meet and greet, they were the most gentle men I've met. They're very polite. They weren't weirdos. Every time I think about a guy who watches VTubers, I have this stereotypical image that the guy comes in and he's like, "Did I touch your armpits?" None of them came in and said that. Maybe nobody just wants to touch my armpits, and that's fine too. But I don't really know what I'm trying to say, but I just want to say that I love all you guys platonically. Yeah, but a lot of the guys who came in, they were all very nice. None of them look like slobs, you know? So the stereotype is a stereotype. At least in my community. But yeah, I complimented this guy. He was like, thank you so much. Yeah, we need to give men more healthy compliments, you know? I feel like usually if men get a compliment, it's usually like it's usually because we have this culture of like, you know, boy bands, like K-pop boy bands or like VTuber males or whatever. We tend to kind of like idolize them, which, you know, is normal, but we put them on a pedestal. But the thing is like when you're always putting anybody on a pedestal, eventually they start to kind of think like, oh, maybe you only like me because of this image that I'm really trying to project. We all kind of project some sort of image that may or may not like really be us. But I think specifically for men, they tend to be like overly idealized, which, you know, kind of hurts them too. So they only ever get like really over the top compliments, or they don't get one at all. I think like for men, we must learn to give more like healthy compliments, not something like, oh my god, you're so hot, I would fuck you, you know, like that sort of thing. Like, yeah, it's really nice to say once in a while, but I guess if you hear it all the time, you kind of feel like you're just some sort of like product. But, you know, I barely ever see people kind of say like, oh, I think, you know, your love for, let's just say, like, your love for film is really inspiring. I can tell you really put a lot of effort into, you know, visuals when you do your projects, you know, something like that. I feel like I get a lot of compliments related to, you know, what I do, which, you know, makes me feel really, like, motivated to continue what I do. But maybe I just don't really see that too much towards the males. The compliments can make a difference. Next time you see your Oshi, male or female, just your Oshi in general, make sure you give them like a genuine compliment, you know? It's okay to like fawn over them, but sometimes when you are fawned at too much, you kind of forget, like, you start to doubt yourself, like, oh, maybe people just like me because I'm pretty or something. Yeah, this is like pretty people problems, so I know some people might be thinking like, well, at least you get compliments. And that is true, you know? At least you're getting compliments. But you know, I think if we collectively all think about giving like a well-versed, genuine compliment, like from the heart, we can all feel... I think you will be able to take a compliment when it comes to you too, because you're giving genuine compliments, you know? Does that make any sense? I don't know.